Hello and welcome to my science tutorials. In today's video, we want to look at the part 1 of the application of linear equations. So without further delay, let's begin. So let's start with an example. So we have here the largest angle of a triangle is 6 times as big as the smallest. The third angle is 75 degrees. We have to write A, this information in the form of an equation for A, the size in degrees of the smallest angle, and then solve the equation and find the sizes of the three angles. Very good. Now this, like I said, is an application of linear equations. We need to understand what the question is saying, make it into a formulation and derive our equation from it, solve the equation and find the value of A, or all the angles that the question is demanding for. So we have here the largest angle of a triangle is 6 times as big as the smallest. The third angle is 75. Now, the I aspect is saying write this information in the form of an equation for A, the size in degrees of the smallest angle. So it means the smallest angle is equal to A degrees. Now, if the smallest angle is A degrees, and we know that the largest angle in the triangle is 6 times as big as the smallest, it means that the biggest or the largest, let me use the correct word, the largest angle in this case is going to be 6A, because we've already been told in the question that the largest angle of the triangle is 6 times as big as the smallest. Now the third angle, we were given the value to be 75 degrees. Now if this statement holds true, it means we can go ahead and write the linear equation. So now the sum of the interior angles of a triangle add up to 180. So the sum of the interior angles, we'll be dealing with angles later on in the future. So sum of the interior angles of a triangle equals 180 degrees. So what it means is that if we add the smallest angle A plus the largest angle 6A plus the third angle 75 degrees, we are going to get a total of 180 degrees. So this becomes our equation. Now let's go ahead and solve this equation to find the value of A and then find all the angles. So we have A plus 6A plus 75 is equal to 180. We can group like terms here. We have A plus 6A is equal to then 180. We send the positive 75 to the other side, it becomes minus 75. So A plus 6A will give me 7A. This is equal to 180 minus 75 is going to give me 105. So I divide both sides by 7. My A is now equal to 107 divided by 105, divided by 7 will give me an angle of 15 degrees. So what this means is that my smallest angle is 15 degrees. The largest angle is 6 multiplied by 15, and that is equal to 6 multiplied by 15 will give me 90. And then the third angle, as we were already given, is 75. So if I add the total, 15 plus 90 plus 75 degrees will give me a total of 180 degrees, which is equal to the overall sum of the interior angles of a triangle. Alright, so let's proceed to look at the second example. We have Jack and Jackie are twins, and their brother Johnson is 2 years older than them. The total of their ages is 32. Write this information in the form of an equation for R, Johnson's age in years. What are the ages of the three brothers or the boys? Alright, so let's look at something. We're told that Jack and Jackie are twins. It means they are of the same age. Jack and Jackie are twins. It means they are of the same age. And their brother Johnson is 2 years older than them. We're told that the total of their ages is 32. We have to write this information in the form of an equation for R, Johnson's age. So we're told that Johnson's age should be represented by R. So let Johnson's age be equal to R. Now, if Johnson's age is R, then it means for either Jack or Jackie, one of them, since Johnson is their brother and is 2 years older than them, Jack will be R minus 2 years old. Jackie will also be R minus 2 years old. So if we add this plus this plus R, it should give us 32. Now remember, we are saying Jack and Jackie are twins, so it means 2 times their age. Okay, so we can rewrite Jack and Jackie's age as 2 into bracket R minus 2. This is for Jack and Jackie. So if this holds true, it means that our equation will be equal to twice the age of Jack and Jackie, which is R minus 2, plus the age of Johnson is equal to 32. Since they are twins, we multiply their value by 2. Okay, or we can just add them, which will give us 2R minus 4. Either way, we can either add or multiply it by 2. Either way is correct. So 2 multiplied by R will give us 2R. 2 multiplied by negative 2 will give us negative 4, plus R is equal to 32. Now 2R plus R will give us 3R is equal to 32, plus negative 4 will come here, it becomes positive, so plus 4. So we have 3R is equal to 36. So 3R is equal to 36. We divide both sides by 3. Our R will be equal to 12. Now that we found the value of R, which is Johnson's age, it means that Johnson's age is 12. Now Jack is 12 minus 2, which is 10 years. Jackie is also the same, so 12 minus 2, which is also 10. Now if we add their total age, 12 plus 10 is 22, plus another 10 is 32 years, which is the total of their age given to us in the question. So what are the ages of the three boys? Johnson is 12 years old, Jack is 10 years old, and Jackie is also 10 years old. Alright, so let's have a look at one final example. The length D in meters of a rectangular field is 40 meters greater than the width. The perimeter of the field is 400 meters. We have to write this information in the form of an equation for D. And II, solve the equation and find the area of the field. Now, there is a lot going on in this question. First, we're told that the perimeter of the field is 400. So let me write that down first. Perimeter is 400 meters. Okay, then we were told to solve the equation and find the area of the field. Now we need to find area. What is area? Now we're told that the field is rectangular. All right, another trouble. Rectangular, or a rectangle. So what is the perimeter of a rectangle? What is the area of a rectangle? We'll be looking at that. All right, so let's do the deductions. They said the length D in meters of a rectangular field is 40 meters greater than the width. Now it means the length is equal to the length d is equal to d. Okay, so the length is equal to d. Let me cancel this. The width of the rectangular field, because the length is greater than the width 40 meters, it means that to get the width we have to subtract 40 from the length to get a width. So this becomes the length of the width, d minus 40. We already have the perimeter, and then we don't know what the length and the width is. So until we find that, we can solve for the area. Now, what is the perimeter of a rectangle? The perimeter of a rectangle is 2L plus 2W, where the L stands for the length, the W stands for the width. So the perimeter already we were told is 400 is equal to 2. The L in this case, which is the length, is D, plus 2. The width, which is the W over here, is D minus 40. So we have D minus 40. So this becomes our equation. So from here we can proceed to solve the problem. So we have 400 is equal to 2D plus 2 multiplied by D will give us 2D minus 2 multiplied by 40 will give us 80. This implies that 400, we can send the negative 80 to the other side of the equal to sign, or to the left hand side. It becomes positive, so plus 80 is equal to 2D plus 2D will give us 4D. So 400 plus 80 is equal to 480 equals 4D. So we divide both sides by 4, and then the value for D, which is the length of the rectangular field, will be equal to 120 meters. So it means that our length for this rectangular field is 120 meters. Our width will be equal to 120 minus 40, and that is equal to 80 meters. Now that we have the length and then the width, we have to find the area of the field, the area. Now the area of a rectangle or a rectangular field will be the product of the length and the width. That is equal to 120 for the length multiplied by 80 for the width. So 120 multiplied by 80 will give me 9,600 meters square as the area of this rectangular field. So thank you so much for watching. This is how we solve some applications of linear equations. This is how there's a problem can be framed on an application of linear equation. You need to look through the question, derive an expression in a linear way, solve it and find the value, and then proceed with whatever the question may demand.